Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of theaccesstrader.com nightly wrap-up show. First and foremost, first of all, I want to thank everybody who's texted me, who emailed me. Everybody knows how close I am involved with my kids' lives and all that stuff on a daily basis. And it's not a job. It's why we have kids, why we have, why we have memories, why we have little mini-me's to run around. And I want to wish everybody, all the dads out there, again, it takes nothing to be a biological father, but it takes everything to be a dad. So hats off to everybody who's having a great, wonderful, joyous, relaxing Father's Day weekend. I hope you guys, just like me, just want to be left alone and just get the big piece of the chicken, right? Like Chris Rock, just can I get the damn big piece of the chicken? So hopefully, guys, everybody will have a great Father's Day, and hopefully everybody's enjoying your lives. So let's talk about the market, right? Let's talk about the market. Obviously, the indexes really didn't paint a picture last week. Again, going through the last following tally of the week, S&P was flat, okay? NASDAQ was down a little bit less than 1%, and the Dow squeezed out a 0.5% gain. What was very important, right? It was very important, some of the things that actually happened during the week. Obviously, the big head scratcher, right, continues to be the hawkish Fed, right? The hawkish Fed telling you that everything is good. You know, everything is good. Everything is great. They raised rates once again, and they're saying there will be another probability of another rate hike down the road. And again, what that's basically telling you, telling Main Street America, everything is good, right? Everything is good. Retail is good. The banking system is good. Jobs are good. Housing is good. Everything is good. Everything is good until you look at the stock prices of the groups that we talked about, and then you realize, well, maybe it's not everything as good. And the second big thing, obviously, was the headline of Amazon continuing to be just the biggest gorilla out there. Okay, and now when Amazon is mentioned going into a new space, instead of brushing things off, a lot of these Fortune 500, especially old world Fortune 500 companies, have to sit up and really take notice. I mean, Amazon started out selling books, right? Amazon started out selling books. And now, please tell me anything that they're not selling. Tell me anything that they're not in. And that is really a testimonial to Jeff Bezos. Again, not every CEO is built the same. Just ask Apple shareholders, although they're not suffering. But Cook, well, he's not the other guy, right? He's not quite the other guy. And that's the name of the game. All CEOs are not created equal. And fortunately for Amazon shareholders, Amazon, well, it's just Amazon. It's just a beast of a stock, great trading vehicle. Okay, despite the stock being at around 1,000, it literally got to around 1,000 on Friday. But literally being in around $1,000 area, it's still such a really good stock to trade. For all you guys who do trade in the room, and good job. I know a bunch of you guys caught that last pivot on Amazon. We'll talk about it in the room, and we'll talk about the previous trades. But for all you guys who did catch that 995 pivot in Amazon, went to 999, a matter of minutes. Congratulations there. So you kind of know how good the stock is for both you guys who trade equity and for you guys who trade on the option side. But it really is amazing. And Amazon went out, spent $13 billion. That sounds like a lot, but they gobbled up Whole Foods, right? Gobbled up Whole Foods. And now, you know, as everybody knows, which I did know, which started a year ago, that Amazon's in the food delivery business, right? I had no idea. So now that they have actually a platform to deliver some good, yummy food, because I use the I use the Whole Foods Starbucks route all the time. So this company, Whole Foods, was being targeted by private equity for years now. And finally, great premium, great premium for those shareholders of Whole Foods. And you know what the craziest part is? Think about how unfortunate things are and how lucky you have to be in life in the stock market. The previous day, Whole Foods was down almost 7%, right? 7%. So if you were a shareholder up here, and you said, you know what, the stock is breaking down, you sold the stock, to wake up Friday morning to see that news, I would have taken a wooden spoon and jammed it into my brain. That's just me. Again, I don't condone violence of any sort. Obviously, I'm joking. But boy, oh boy, talk about game of inches. So Amazon gobbled up Whole Foods in a $13 billion deal. Obviously, Amazon and Apple and Disney are always on, on the lookout. You always hear about these Netflix murmurs. That makes sense, obviously. So Amazon's there. Amazon's right there with Apple. It's right there with Google, trying to dominate the world. And that took a really, really big, really took a lot of air out of the, a lot of these retailers, especially Kroger. If the shareholders on Kroger on Thursday weren't, beat up enough, talking about down 19%, to wake up to being down another 10%, very, very hard. Obviously, all these things got hit. Costco down 7%. I mean, these are huge moves. Target down 5%. You got Walmart, all of these things. Walmart, and the funny thing is, Walmart is actually behaving beautifully. You got Kohl's, all these. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Kohl's is one of the ones who didn't get hit. It was I forgot what the other one was, because the restaurant names really, excuse me, restaurant. The delivery supermarket names really, really got hit hard. But again, another major boost for Jim Bezos and Team Amazon. So good for them. I thought I thought the week was pretty solid. Okay, I thought the week solid. I think, again, for all you guys who swing trade, okay, for all you guys who do swing trade from our watch list, and again, a lot of you guys who can't be in the room, that's why our part-time trader program is very, very popular. You don't need to be in the room. As much as we talk about the live pivots on the 60-minute channels, the PS60 theory. I get so many emails from traders in the room. Well, they're not in the room. They have full-time jobs, and they trade whatever they feel comfortable, and they know the watch list every single night is an actionable vehicle that is going to provide very, very good value. Every single stock that comes off the watch list is defined. And the most important part of that defined vehicle is you get a great bang for your money, and you're just a tremendous bang for your money. And just look at some of the names just off the watch list this week. You had OMER, just ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous. And again, I say this all the time. Not every single person can swing. Some people take it for day trades. I mean, look at this room. I mean, look at the stock. I mean, it went from $17.20 and the stock went to $25. Obviously, helped out by FDA rumors. Even a stock like MyGen, right? Even a stock like MyGen, we had this thing in the room, 23.30. Nice grind, 2-day grind. Went to $24. Even the stock that I bought Friday, HIIQ, and I bought this thing at 23. Right? I bought this thing at 23 bucks, and when the stock spiked up 23.5, I told I know Peter M had the stock with me. And I said, you guys can sell it, and I'm going to take this thing for a trade. I thought for the next couple of weeks it could get to 25. It got to basically 25 by the close. So very, very good, very, very good move there. Maybe it gets to 27 this week. So if a stock doesn't trigger, guys, it doesn't mean it shouldn't warrant your attention. All it means is when it triggers down the road, it could be a good potential swing. And for all you guys who are swinging these things, again, it's very simplistic. All you need to do is use the previous day's low, okay? Use the previous day's low, or use the same day's low as your stop. Obviously, the more traditional way of swing trading is use the previous day's low as your stop. But really, really good move there. Friday was a good session. I wasn't as active as I wanted to be on the day trading side, but as you guys know, by the time Friday rolls around, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted that I can't even talk, because again, I speak for 7 hours a day. And I handle a lot of issues with a lot of traders and try to help everybody as much as I can. So I was already like dead, but I gave some really good pivots in the room, and let's talk about them. Besides the $2 move and HIIQ, let's talk about some of these pivots, really good pivots. Amazon, here is the pivot right over here. This 995 pivot, as you guys can see, went to almost 1,000. I know Charlie took it. I know Kevin took it. Good job there, guys. Nice move there. Netflix, I know a lot of you guys took this Netflix trade. I know my partner traded this as well. We talked about this Netflix trade here, 53.90. It went to 53.53. And again, when Netflix puts in a 60-cent candle, that's pretty big, man. It's a pretty big move. So I know you guys, for those of you guys who caught that trade, good job there. Alibaba, okay, Alibaba. There's a lot of pivots in the room this week on Alibaba, but this was the pivot right over here. We talked about this 34.80 level. You could see the stock went to 35.50. Again, stocks go from supply to supply. Not every single trade needs to be this massive, massive move. And for all you guys who caught Tesla towards the end of the day, great, great job. I even tweeted about this I said, hey, if this thing could build below this 373.53 level, it could crack, and the stock went to 70. So big move there on Tesla. And by the way, Tesla throughout the week, ironic, I actually took a small loss on Tesla. I got a partial fill on Tesla earlier part in the morning. It took a small loss there. Very nominal, didn't make a difference. But Tesla continues to be just a tremendous stock. Great trading vehicle, both long and short. But I will tell you this much, and we kind of dawned, we really kind of dawned to this conclusion. If you're going to short this beta, guys, if you're going to short any beta, short it after 2 o'clock. If you notice, it's like the buyers almost give up. It's almost like, unless the futures completely collapse and you get this meltdown, you get this really strong meltdown on all these stocks. It's almost like, you know what, don't even, save your chips for after 2 o'clock. When these things go, they really go. Because look what happened. I was short Tesla, went down like 50 cents and then went up a little bit. And this trade on Tesla went, 73.50, 73.60s, and the stock went down $3. So there's a big difference in the time interval that we are trading. So let's get into tomorrow's session. Okay, let's get into tomorrow's sessions, guys, and let's see what we have. For all you guys who are joining us on YouTube, I get this question all the time. Hey, Dan, how come you don't do the videos anymore? No, I do the videos. I do the videos for the people in our live webinar and the people for our part-time trader program. I do these videos Monday through Thursday, okay? And I do this on the weekend only for our YouTube friends, our Twitter friends. So if you'd like to receive these video updates, and again, these video updates not only contain this video, it contains the whole 7-hour format every single day of trading, which shows you exactly how these pivots work live. There is no editing, all live, all in full living color, with all the commentary that's providing on these trades. Not only that, it shows you the hottest option flow for the previous day of trading, and gives you a lot of really good, a lot of good swing setups and option plays for the next trading day. Good value. So if you want to take in part of that, you could either sign up live room or very popular part-time trader program, which is really a steal. For all that information coming in, it's only $44.95 for all you guys who are interested. Just go on the website, it's part-time trader program, and you'll get a lot of value there. So let's get into tomorrow's session. Okay, let's get into tomorrow's session. The QQQs, look, the QQQs have been straddling this area here. Okay, straddling this area here, and everybody says, well, it's not a big deal until things become a big deal. It's not a big deal yet. Okay, it's not a big deal yet. We had that 2 big days of sell-off. Everybody's talking about, what's the big deal? 2.5%, 2.5%, 2.5%. Yeah, it's not a big deal until things turn into a big deal. Again, it's nothing wrong until things start to get wrong. So very pivotal part of what we're going to be looking for this week is a close over below this 50-day moving average, which is 137, 137.30s. Let's just call it 137.30s on the 50-day moving average. Any close below there will trigger a downward bias, and we can fall all the way back to this 33.47 area. Don't believe me? Well, I'll get long after we break the 50-day moving average, and we'll see who's right. It's very simple. Again, the greatest thing about trading is you're either right or wrong. So again, if you believe in the theory of buy the dip, well, see what happens when you buy the dip if it closes on the 50-day moving average. So we're definitely watching that area. The gravity is real. We've seen it's real. Great trading day last Friday on that big reversal. I know a lot of people had great big days. But any close, again, this is the number we're watching, that 33.40s, 137.30s close on the QQQs. SPYs, SPYs, they held, they held for now. Obviously, the pivot's going to be this 241.60 level. The IWM, which in my opinion represents the majority of the market. Again, 2,000 stocks. Again, nothing really crazy yet on the technical front. IBB, again, really hasn't done anything. Really hasn't done anything for a while. Very tight channel. Can you get some moves in the individual basis on some of these bios? Sure, you can. But again, to trade these bios, very thin, very wide margins of spreads, and the liquidity kind of sucks. If you're going to trade these biotech stocks, buy them on dips. Buy them on dips. Don't trade them into breakouts. These things are so thin. It's very tough to try to get as much size as you can. So let's get into tomorrow's trading day. Obviously, all the high beta stuff I want to discuss tomorrow at Morning Strategy, which is at 9 a.m. Eastern time. The link to the room goes out at 8. The Squawk Box goes out at 8 o'clock for all you news players, and morning strategy starts up at 9 a.m. Get there early if you guys are trading all these beta names, because that's when we'll go through all the pivots on everything else. For the other stocks that have nothing to do with high beta, okay, with nothing to do with high beta, let's get into the watch list for tomorrow. Okay, let's get into the watch list for tomorrow. The first one I like is, drum roll please. Oh, and by the way, yeah, ZN. I also know a bunch of you guys are long ZN overnight. It triggered pretty much around the close at the 205 area. I know Charlie's long. I know Vinny is long. I know probably half a dozen of you guys are long as well. For all you guys who are not long, didn't buy the 205 break, keep an eye on this thing above Friday's highs. For all you guys who are trading the smaller cap names, above 211, it should go. SN, okay, SN was something we had in the room about a week ago on the 688 break. Look at the stock now, just exploding. Keep an eye on this thing above yesterday's high of 757, 760. It does have room all the way into the 820s, 840s, and if you are swinging this thing, just use 672 as your stop. So definitely keep an eye on that. MCRB, okay, MCRB. I'm not sure what this thing is, but I do know this much. I'm not a smart man, but I know this thing has capabilities of going ballistic. So keep an eye on this thing. Oversupply. If this thing gets above, 1060, 1070, you could get a rocket ship to the 1155. So keep an eye on that. QHC. Another smaller cap name. If it gets above 410, you should start getting a big move here, 430, and then ultimately maybe filling in some of this gap here as well. REGI, I like as well. I think a break above this 1265 level should get that thing going. RSO, nice long base. I mean, really, really nice long base. I think a break above this 1015, 1025 level could get this thing going as well. Also, shout out to several of you guys who did take the win breakout as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't take it on Friday. It was just so thin. Before you guys that did take it, had a nice $2 run before the reversal and everything else. For the rest of you guys who are trading high beta names, again, get to morning strategy early tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern. And we will go over all the levels on Tesla and Netflix and Alibaba and all that stuff as well. For all you folks who are joining us on Twitter or on YouTube, have a great, great trading week. For all you guys who are joining us, feel free, man. I really think you'll like it, the PS60 theory, especially for all you guys who trade intraday. It's really cool, man. It really is. It gives a tremendous, unique perspective of the market that many of you guys, well, I'd say 99% of you guys have no idea it's even there. It's even available to you. But these pivots are real. As you guys see, I put these pivots occasionally on social media in real time. I don't put these things on, after the fact. I put these things real time. Everybody in the room, I show my executions on everything. There's no editing. There's no, speaking on both sides of the mouth. This is your trading. This is not your social media. This is trading. This is trading real stocks. Trading real alpha, and the most important part is you're in control. It's a great process, and it's a really good way to build up your account if you are disciplined, especially if you are patient. Guys, have a great night, everybody. Happy Father's Day. God bless, and I'll see you all in the field tomorrow. Take care, guys.